Welcome to PowerPoint Project 11 Video 2. In this video we are going to learn a little bit about adding and editing slide text. So we've already opened up a PowerPoint and we're ready to go. As I mentioned, whenever you start PowerPoint, it starts you off with what we call the title slide. So it's got a place for you to add in some information about the topic of your PowerPoint. Sorry about the beeping, I'm obviously in school right now. So we've got the title slide already selected, and on it it's got what we call the placeholders, and I talked to you about that in the last video. So the four most common layouts are title slide, title and content, title only, and blank. So those are the four most common types of slides that you would use. We'll talk about how to insert those different types in a little bit later video. Okay, so now that we have our slide created and we're ready to actually add our title, how do we start using these placeholders? Well, it's really easy. All you got to do is take your I-beam, okay, and you move it over and you just simply click where it says click to add title, and I'm going to say welcome to BIT. That's going to be my title, okay? And then I can come to my subtitle and I can say by Mrs. Miller. So that's really easy to do. You simply have to click on the placeholder and start typing. Once you have it typed, you can go back and you can make some changes to it. So let's say I want BIT to be underlined. I simply come up here, I highlight those words, and I underline it. Okay, so I can highlight individual words in there, or if I want to select everything inside that placeholder, we could highlight everything inside the placeholder, or this dotted edge around here. If I take my mouse and I go from the I-beam to what I call the crossbow, it's like a plus sign with arrows on the ends. When I have that, that's telling me that I have selected the boundary of the text placeholder, and if I click, that dotted line goes to a solid line. And that means that I have selected the placeholder, and whatever I'm about to do is going to do it to the entire placeholder. So now I'm going to come up and I'm going to set this as a shadow, and I'm going to increase my font size some. So it did that to the entire placeholder without me actually having to highlight individual words. Okay, I think that is pretty much it. One other thing that they mention in the textbook are some of those the keyboard shortcuts that I think you guys are fans of. So if you are looking at your PowerPoint like I am right now and you don't see any boundaries, but that's what you want to select. You want to select the entire placeholder. So I'm going to do this for my subtitle by Mrs. Miller. You would hold down the Shift key on the keyboard and then click on by Mrs. Miller, and you'll see the boundaries of the placeholder are selected and it's in a solid line, and that's what tells me that I have the entire placeholder selected. Once again, I apologize for the bell. So I can increase my size there, and I am good to go. So this is the end of video 2. At this point, you should have the first and second page of your outline completed, and you are ready to complete all of the apply it items on pages 268 to 271.